everyone, I'm Sage Valentine and welcome to my channel of the same name. Right now I'm going to review and recap for you guys The Red Road Season 2 Episode 1 entitled Nightriders. The police right now are skeptical about Harold and Philip's story regarding reasons why and how Jack Copus, Philip's father, escaped. While Philip becomes a human punching bag, Harold gets a pat on the back. I thought that scene was pretty funny because it was like Philip was trying to tell his side and the cops were beating him up. Meanwhile, with Harold, they were just like, oh, well, you know, if you play your cards right, you know, you're going to become lieutenant. And then we see a flashback to a year later when we see Philip working like road crew. Meanwhile, we see Harold basically patrolling the reservation, trying to keep the peace, settling into his new job as lieutenant. And the reason why he's on the reservation by himself is because the cops have decided from his division that they no longer want to patrol the reservation. They're going to leave it for the feds to deal with, even though they were tasked with training the new tribal cops once everything is finalized as far as the Lenape tribe being federally recognized. Okay, we learned that Junior no longer likes Philip, but he's not too keen on Marie, and this surprised me definitely. Apparently the reason why Marie raised Junior is because Junior's father abandoned him and his mother was on drugs. Okay. Jean Jensen is basically medicated and she feels really bad about hitting the little Lenape boy whose name escapes me and it's going to come back to me once they mention him again. I don't know why I was calling him George. If I'm wrong, definitely, or just remind me in the comments as to what his name was because it's been a while with the Red Road. So she's dropping off gifts to appease the voice in her head. Now she's dropping these gifts in front of the little boy's house to appease that little voice in her head who's telling her that the little boy hates her because she hit him. Then we see Mike's son. And for those of you who watched Season 1, you know that Philip killed Mike. If you didn't watch Season 1, you got to get on it to get into that. If not, I'm going to leave the link below this video. And it freaks Philip out when he returns home to the point where he can't even stay in the house where his mom is. Not only because the house is like packed to the brim with fellow Lenape, but because this baby is here. It's going to remind him of what he did because apparently nobody knows that Philip killed Mike. Mike was just found dead. Okay, Jean wants to take generic drugs, which I think is a bad idea because during this episode we see Jean, she's taking her drugs, she's exercising, and you can hear the voices, but once she takes the pill and it starts to work, the voices are silenced and it's like you hear like birds chirping or like a meadow. It's like everything is just calm and serene. Harold goes to see Philip and basically tell him that the tribal police are going to take over for the Walpole police. That's the police department. Whereas Harold Jensen works for. So if you're not aware, just so you know, the Red Road takes place in New Jersey, like up. New Jersey, like up above Eagle Rock area, New Jersey. Ramapo Mountains. He basically tells Philip to stay away from his family. He tells Philip that he got a promotion and that he doesn't owe him anything else since he vouched for him. Harold wants to become captain, but to do so he has to create a camaraderie with his fellow policemen who have their eyes on another policeman to become captain. Is it another lieutenant? Or am I like having a brain fart? One of the two, but I think you know what I'm talking about if you watch the episode. If you didn't, just know that the other cops have their eye on somebody else to take that spot and become captain. So Harold is informed by the captain who he helped pick off his living room floor drunk because his wife called Harold and asked for Harold's help. And he tells him, like, you're going to have to make friends with these guys if you want to become captain. So Harold returns to the station only to be met by the little Lenape boy's father, who basically drops all of Gene's gifts off and tells him to tell his wife to stop dropping off those gifts because it's scaring his son. Now, Philip recruits 2 other guys that he works with on this whole idea to deter people from visiting the Lenape reservation, and they end up dropping wood all on the road, or like I guess a side road in the reservation, so if these people come, I guess it'll stop them or mess up their cars. So Harold has his co-workers over, I guess, to, you know, have a little fun with them so they can get to know him, and he gets a call that a rookie cop broke an axle while on his cruiser while driving to the reservation. Now, we know why. That obviously has to do with Philip, but they don't know this. So to make a long story short, they all go out to give him a hard time. Meanwhile, when the cops are out there and everything, and they're trying to figure out how this rookie broke the axle, and then it's revealed that there's wood all over the road, and then all of a sudden Mac pops out to help, and everybody turns their guns on him except for Harold, who's just like, everybody put your guns down, they won't do it. And then they hear a sound, and the rookie fires a shot and nearly shoots Mac's little doggy. Mac has a conversation later in the episode with a fellow chief who somehow reveals to us, I say somehow because it's pretty random, that he's talking about his son being a part of the Lenape tribe, and that's the only reason why he hasn't tried to usurp power from Mac and take over or join this whole, like, conspiracy of fellow chiefs to try to come in and take over and force Mac to get involved in some type of, like, casino venture thing that they always tend to try to coerce chiefs of different Native American tribes whenever they become federally recognized. So, this chief warns Mac that, like, all these people, including the mob, are going to come for you, and they're going to try to make you become a part of some type of casino type venture. So Philip loses his job after his cohorts turn him in. And he learns that he's no longer in the tribe after going to jail because Matt kicked him out. Now, he spends this episode basically, like, looking for Matt. And then he finds him. And when he finds his dead body with a bag of money, this car in the background speeds away. Junior comes up. Junior's crying his eyes out, freaking out because Mac is basically dead. And Philip calls the cops. And the cops show up. And Junior vouches for Philip, which cracks me up because I'm like, Junior's vouching for Philip? Like, what type of mess is this? But didn't he just say in this episode that he really didn't like Philip? I was like, I guess Mac was able to, you know, change his mind until Philip thanks Junior, and Junior says, oh, I found the killer, and I'm going to kill him myself. So basically, Junior's coming for Philip. So I've got a question for you guys, or a couple questions. Who do you think killed Chief Mac? Was it a cop? Was it Junior's supposed dad, a tribal rival, or was it Philip's dad? Let me know who you think the killer is. What did you think of the premiere episode that you just watched of this season of The Red Road? Thank you guys so much for watching my review, by the way. And please take time to rate this video. Subscribe to my channel. I'm Sage Valentine. The channel's called Sage Valentine. And you all take care. Check me out on Twitter and Google+. Same name, Sage Valentine. Until next time, check out my reviews for the following, which will be popping up tonight, for Mad Men and for Survivor. So until next time, you all take care. I love you guys. Bye, guys. Bye.